so I don't even want to hear it. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. Welcome to MCU Mondays right here on Feast of Fandoms. I am your host, David. With me, as always, is my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening?
Okay for a Monday.
I've got to go back to work tomorrow, so yes, it's okay for a Monday, I guess. Also with us tonight is Andrew. Andrew, how are you this evening?
Still recovering from the weekend, but I'm doing pretty good.
That I get. Andrew and I spent the weekend at Fan Expo in Dallas. My body is still recovering. Friday was not bad at all. Saturday at about 2:00 in the afternoon, I started feeling it. And then when I got home Saturday, I was in a lot of pain. And then Sunday, I was just like,
Yes, Saturday I was at a panel at like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I was yawning throughout the whole thing. I was like, it's only 3:30.
It's only 3:30. It takes a lot out of it. It's we put a lot of miles on our feet. So and Sunday I did dress like Han Solo, and my Han Solo boots do nothing for my feet that my tennis shoes do. So I got home and I was dying when I got home. My feet felt like they were about to fall off. It was that good. But it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. Fan Expo, we love you. And we had a blast, and it was great. And I did find out, yes, the rumor that you heard, Andrew, is right. They are not doing it in June next year. They're doing it in September next year, because next year at that time, the FIFA World Cup will be being played in Dallas, and they are using the convention center, the entire convention center, as the media hub for the Soccer World Cup going on here in Dallas.
I was going to ask, what the heck's... I expect you to say FIFO 5 film or something like that. It's like, what is that?
It's the Soccer World Cup, or football for you out-of-towners. But yes, the Soccer World Cup is being played here in Dallas, and it's happening in June. So that being said, they've moved Fan Expo to September next year. So
which just means even hotter.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at it. I'm like, worst case scenario, at least we've got a longer span to recover our bodies now.
That's true. Build the budget back up a bit.
Build the budget back up so we can afford to do some of the cool things that we did. We'll talk a lot more about it. Well, we'll talk more about it on Thursday, but we can. I mean, we got to sit down and interview Timothy Zahn, which was
pretty cool.
Amazing. Not just chat at him while he signed our books, but we got into the convention hall like an hour before the regular people did, and half an hour before the VIP. So we had a chance to sit down and chat with him for a little bit, and that was really awesome. We met a lot of cool people. We met somebody named Kat from England who was there to play in a Mario Kart tournament. Handed out a lot of free Legos and stuff. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good times. So went to a lot of cool panels, saw a lot of cool things.
Yeah. When I went to Debbie, I don't know if I told you this. When I went to Ashley's panel on Saturday morning, James Arnold Taylor showed up as a guest. Nice. He wasn't there as like a celebrity guest. He was there for her panel, and then was walking around the floor, and it's pretty cool.
Yep. And we have Andrew met a lot more of the celebrities than I did, just because he was paying to go up and take selfies with him and everything, and I was actually able to jump in, and so I've got a picture with Christopher Lloyd now, and that was kind of cool. So
it was worth the hour and a half wait.
Oh, that was grueling too.
It was. At the end, I was like, "Yikes!" But
that's nothing like the 4 or 5 hour wait I had for Hayden.
There you go. Well, and I'm sure at some points on Saturday his wait was that, because I mean the line was like, they had to cut it off. They had to cap it.
His line was insane all weekend. I didn't see Michael J. Fox's because Michael J. Fox had his.
Yeah, he was only in the photo op.
He had his own little separate signing area, because I'm sure the lines were insane for that one.
He sold out fast.
And Anthony Daniels, I didn't see him either. I didn't see his lines either, but I think
I just briefly saw him through the gaps, but
I think he was in his own little special signing area as well. So, but we did. It was a lot of fun. spent a lot of money, had a good time.
It was a really cool. You got a picture of the Wolverine cosplay? Because I didn't get a picture.
Yeah, a really, really, really
It
good
was-
one. The guy looks spot
yeah.
on. I mean, he's
For a split second, when you're walking fast at a glance, I was like, Hugh Jackman?
I mean, seriously, it was that good. He had his hair cut right and everything. I mean, it was
had the little cigar, and I was like,
yeah, he had a cigar with him. He had the claws. He had the yellow and blue suit from Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, you really would have thought, oh my gosh, it's freaking Hugh Jackman here. And he did it. He did several different ones. He did a costume change at some point because he also did like Logan Wolverine as well, where it was just the wife beater T-shirt, and the guy's ripped. I mean, the guy's
he looked like him.
Guy, so I mean, it was like it looked good, but it was very, very impressive. That was probably I don't know if that was probably the most accurate cosplay that I saw. Maybe not the best one, but the most accurate. A lot of the cosplays this weekend were, and this is true of every fan expo, were anime things that I really have no clue, no idea. It's people dressed.
A lot of Mandalorians too.
Yeah, a lot of Mandalorians. Well, the Mandalorian mercs were there, which is like which is like the 501st for Mandalorians. So they were all there, and there was a ton of them there. They're always there in force. So
yeah, I walked by Stormtrooper because the cosplay area where they had all the droids, and I went, "These are not the droids you're looking for." And then he said, "These are not the droids I'm looking for." Like,
Johnny Five was there. It was great. I think I sent y'all the video. It was, and I got a picture taken with Johnny Five because it was amazing. And Steve Guttenberg was supposed to be there, and I asked the Johnny Five's owner if he was going to take him to go see Steve Guttenberg, and he said nope, they wouldn't let him. And I was like, you could have at least just gone. You really could have just gone and paid for a selfie and driven him up there and had him wait in line with everybody else. That would have been the best thing ever. He said no. He said, it didn't matter to him because, and he showed me Steve had signed the robot, so it was good. But nice. I mean, he was great. He talked and everything. It was amazing. So it was a lot of fun. It was good times had by all. So we'll do a photo dump here on the Feast of Fandoms Facebook page and probably Instagram. I don't know. Can you do a photo dump on Instagram?
You could do a carousel or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've seen you can post like 20-something pictures. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to get with Kat then and let her dump all the photos for us. But just look for those. Go like and subscribe us on the social medias, Facebook and Instagram, all those funds. You can see all the pictures that Andrew and I took. We've even got a picture of me and him where it looks like we're floating in space. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So that was our freebie. So there was some good freebies there. We both got tattoos that didn't last but a day, but it freaked Andrew's mom and my wife out. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
I got a Batman on my right here on my forearm.
What did I get? Oh, I got the pirate skull and crossbones on my arm. Yeah, it was amazing. So anyway, all right. We didn't have any kind of news really that I can think of. There was a lot of Fantastic Four costumes there.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the Fantastic Four is being well received so far. At least people seem to be excited for it. We've got another month and a half. It's like mid-July, something like that, I think.
Yeah, July 11th.
11th. Okay, yeah. So we got a month and a half before it comes out. But like I said, there was, and when I say a lot of them, I just mean that it's the blue suits with the white boots. It's not I didn't see a Ben Grimm or anything. It was mostly Reed and Sue. So, but anyway, so
July 25th, actually. July 11th is Superman.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, there you go. I was able to meet, and I had lunch with this person. I didn't even know this person was who this person was, but she was there with her husband and her 2 kids, and I was telling them about what we did and everything. Well, it turns out that this lady was, and Debbie, you would probably remember a little bit better than Andrew. Do you remember when Force Awakens first came out, or they first announced it? They hadn't, it was still like several months from being released, and there was a guy dying of cancer, and J.J. Abrams allowed him to see the movie like 3 or 4 months before anybody else did, so that he could. And then, I mean, it was like fanboys in real life kind of thing. So that was a big thing. This lady was his widow, and she had remarried since then, and she's got 2 kids now. But I sat and had lunch with her and her family, so it was. I didn't even realize. I didn't even know it was her. We just
Lucky you
were.
got a seat though. I had to stand.
Yeah, that lunch area is kind of crummy, isn't it? Especially on Saturday. Saturday, Debbie, you would not have had a good time at all.
Yeah, we joked about that.
I mean, it was elbow to elbow all day long. All day
I had to
long.
stay off the celebrity floor till about after 5 because
I
you
did not
couldn't
get
get
the
anywhere.
final numbers. I need to email Dana and get the final numbers so that we can talk about it. But it just talk about how many people were there and whatnot. But I'll have that info on Thursday, I'm sure. Like I said, I'll email her and get it. But Friday was not bad at all. Friday was, we were able to move around, and Sunday wasn't bad at all either. But Saturday was. Whew.
Yeah, Saturday though, funny enough, is when I did most of my guests. Because I met some of the Back to the Future cast, and their lines were pretty short on Saturday. And then I did Christopher Lloyd with David, and then Sunday was just Ashley and Fluffy.
Fluffy. Dog pool Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why there's a stand-up comedian there, but he's
He's
there.
funny.
He's there, and John Cena, the wrestler, was there.
Yeah.
Go figure. But whatever. Anyway, we had a lot of fun. Had a blast. Again, thank you to Fan Expo for inviting us out, for letting us come out and walk around in that world that we love so much. And it's always a great pleasure to get out there and go do that again. So we look forward to going out there in September. So it's going to be awesome. I know Fan Expo, not Fan Expo, Fan Fest.
Yeah.
Fan Fest is in October at some point. I was looking at their website. They don't have any solid dates just yet. And of course, no cast, but I know it's usually about mid-October. So I'm going to see if I do know it's only a Saturday and only Saturday, Sunday on that one. So I'm going to see about getting passes to that one as well. Andrew, you can let me know offline as we get closer if you can attend or not. So
Okay.
I'll see about getting you a pass as well. But anyway, all right, let's talk about Jessica Jones. All that being said, let's talk about Jessica Jones. So Jessica has had her confrontation with Kilgrave, not Killmonger. I may speak a little bit slow because my brain is still tired, and I'm not going to go into Dead Devil or Darepool. I'm going to try not to go into Dead Devil or Darepool mode this time. So, but she also found out that she's being followed and stalked, basically. And somebody's feeding him information about her. I think we get to see a lot of the paranoia from that surrounds her now with this. She suspects everybody. She gets hired by this socialite, and she's like, "Oh well, are you working for him?" And she's like, "I don't know who that is," and blah 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 blah. I don't know who Kilgrave is. And so instead of following her husband, which she got hired to do, she followed her to see if she was actually working for Kilgrave, and this was actually something that was a trap or not. Which it was a trap, but not a Kilgrave trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. But again, all of that had to do with her not wanting, or her just her being paranoid about things. she started this. Well, I say she started this. She didn't start. She unintentionally started a group, like group therapy for people who have been affected by Kilgrave.
Yeah, because a bunch of people were showing up at the law office.
Yeah.
So
and I love a lot of them are looking for like it was almost like we're looking for a get out of jail free card. Oh well, I was under the influence of Kilgrave, but again, it was like nobody could describe him, whereas everybody who's been affected by Kilgrave could describe it. They knew. So, and then when the one guy was like, "Oh, that limey," and I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but this is just the line. That limey turkey said something, and she was like, "Oh, wait a minute." The light clicked on. And so, I mean, she knew what to look for. She knew, hey, I need to get your. Would you shoot, Janae? Would you shoot me a message, please, and send me your email address so that I can send you your. You won that prize the other day, our Alan Rickman print from when we did Galaxy Quest back on Cantina Happy Hour. So, Janae, if you will message me your address, I will mail that to you. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, we went by Jim Ferguson's booth on Friday or Saturday, and I told David, I went, "Do you ever ship Janae her prize?"
Nope.
No,
but we did see him, and that was good. And he knew us. We got recognized.
That's right.
Well, Andrew didn't. I did.
You did.
But regardless, we were going up the escalator, and some lady stopped us. She goes, "You're that guy that has that podcast." And I was like, "Which one do you watch?" And she goes, "Monday and Thursday." "Yeah, we know who you are." And I was like, "Well, thank you very much." I don't know who it is.
We never saw her again after that.
Didn't ask for your autograph or a selfie?
Nope.
No. In fact, she was kind of pushing us away too. Like, no, I'm kidding.
No, it was really wild. We said, "Hey, look for us we'll be here all weekend. Come say hi, and we'll give you some free swag and blah blah blah." But that was Friday night, and then Saturday, of course, was. I didn't even finding anybody on Saturday, but
yeah, that's right.
Anyway, back to Jessica real quick. Thank you for sidetracking me, Andrew.
You're welcome. It's what I do best.
Anyway, but yeah, we get to see the paranoia, and then of course, she goes to she's looking for who's stalking her, who in her life is following her. She's trying to figure out how Kilgrave is getting information on her. She goes to the places where the pictures were taken, and she's looking around. She's like, "Okay, where was this person?" The cop comes back that tried to kill.
Cop was annoying.
Tried to unalive. It's Cassandra, right? That's her name.
Trisha.
Why am I thinking Cassandra? It's been a long weekend. Leave me alone. Yes. So that cop who tried to unalive Trisha showed back up. And he didn't even know Trisha. I mean, he still thought she was he thought she was still gone. So
yeah, it's because he was so guilt-ridden.
Well, he was trying to break into the apartment, not necessarily to check on her, but he knew there was a body in there.
Right.
Or he had it in his mind that there was a body in there, and so he needed to go clean it up. So, and that's what he told his I guess his partner or whoever was with him. Was like, "Hey, there's a dead person in here. I know there is." Well, how do you know? So, and then of course he's trying to make amends with her as well as Jessica. We get to see Jessica use a little bit of her power. She seems to have she can't fly, but she can
jump.
She can leap tall buildings in a single bound. If I may borrow that phrase.
And then she lets him in.
Yeah, she lets him in, and well, she didn't even let him in. She just says, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Oh yeah, she's here. No big deal." It's almost
Like
like
she
she's
does at the end. She after they sit there and talk
you're
at the
talking
door
about
forever.
yeah, you're talking about Trish. Yeah, Trish lets him in, but the whole time she had that gun in her hand. I mean, she was ready. But see, that's the way that she was going to build that, or that's the way he was going to let her build that trust back. To where it's like she said, "Here, I brought you something. It's personal." He leaves it on the front door. She opens it. She makes him go to the end of the hall. She opens it. It's the gun. It's the pew pew. And you can't say certain words. I know. I'm sorry, but it's the.
But
And then they talk
she ain't
the
letting
door.
them in to talk.
Yeah.
They're gonna be Bodio Dodoing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Right.
well, that was just a dumbass move. I mean, it's another Karen move. I'm just like, I mean, we're only 4 episodes in. I'm already tired of her.
That's a new record, though.
I was kind of tired of her when she thought she was going to be able to deal with all this crap by taking the Krav Maga lessons, and I'm like,
yeah, that too.
You're dealing with things that are a little bit out of your league at this point. You know, the I'm a tough girl thing, the tough guy thing the tough guy, and I'll say this about guys and girls thing in a superhero movie is insignificant unless you've been doing it like your entire life. And when I say that, I mean I'm talking about people like Natasha and things like that. You know, we grew up in the Red Room, so all of our lives has been devoted strictly to this. So when you're dealing with somebody that's just like, oh well, I got beat up once, so I'm going to start training, and 3 years later, I'm really big and bulky and I'm tough, and it's like, you're still not. You're a superhero.
Are you really?
That's what my mom says about me.
Movie. You're out of your league, you know. So I have no sympathy for her. But then you got Jessica, and she tracks down the husband, and this is hilarious because she tracks down the husband, and it was a trap, but not a Kilgrave trap.
But it was a dumb trap. I was like,
stupid. It was really,
the whole thing was just, we didn't need that. Well, somebody who just had a grudge against the gifted people who, saved New York from alien invasion, and you want to take one of them out that wasn't even there.
Yeah, and it's all because she lost her mother. Everybody lost somebody at New York is what I'll go with. But, everybody loses something. Now, because you particularly lost something does not mean you get to go on a vengeful streak.
It was dumb.
Against enhanced individuals. She kept telling her, I wasn't even there. I no, that was none of my business. I did not do any of that. And I love the flag waver, the big green guy. I was like, oh, hey, I understood that reference.
And I don't think her husband was really too into it. Her getting her revenge.
Especially because it was like at the very end when she leaves, he's like, I want a divorce. Like, I would too.
Yeah, that whole thing we could have done without.
We could have done without it, yes, but at the same time, like I said, I think it goes. We have to have it there to kind of build who Jessica is and what she's doing at this point, because she has been affected by Kilgrave so much that anybody anywhere could be somebody trying to get at her. And this is one of those ones that it was like she knew something was wrong with the whole situation, and it didn't feel right to her. And even though we could, as the audience could see, it's probably not Kilgrave to her. That's until I know for absolute 100% sure that it's not Kilgrave, I'm not pursuing this any further, kind of thing. So it was like, you really just kind of dig in your own grave at that point, Jessica. So, what else? But then, we did find out who. Well, the cop helped Jessica, and I don't know if it's just Trisha you don't like or the cop too, because the cop seems to now be wanting to help, and he has an in with police stuff, so maybe he can help her,
Right.
you know. But anyway, so he's tracking down the mysterious photographer via traffic cams and whatnot. So, and we find out that it's someone who's been in front of our faces the entire time.
Yeah, the guy who's always flying high.
Well, the guy she used, the guy that abused. Well, that she didn't really abuse him, but she used
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought, oh, he's getting revenge, but there was a lot of pictures, so I think he was doing it even before she used him at the hospital.
Yeah.
Because, he all he wanted was, I don't know if Kilgrave paid him in money or
whatever
substance.
he's taking. Substances.
Yeah.
So,
but still, she's going to see that as a portrayal. But it's just like, yeah, but you did kind of treat him like shit.
Mm-hmm. But just that one time though, because every other time she's kind of been taking care of him, helping him get into his room and
right.
Not necessarily taking care of him like I'm nursing you back to health, but taking care of him like I'm making sure you're safe.
Right.
You can rot your brain all you want to, but I'm gonna sit here and make sure that you're
so
safe.
Did his mom or grandma die? I don't know. I couldn't figure out who was in the picture because she was looking at his apartment, and there was a picture in his very scarce apartment, and it looked like it was him with some lady. So I don't know if his mom died at New York during the invasion.
Maybe.
And that's put him on a bad path.
Again, blame the flag waver or the green guy. So, Trinity. I don't know necessarily. I don't recall this sub story panning out to anything about her and her divorce. But this one's one of those things where I'm like, is it really necessary? Do we really need this? But
well, her ex got a few jabs in there at the restaurant.
Yeah, if she gives you the tiramisu with the ring at the bottom.
I thought that was great because the girl was like, "You brought me to the restaurant that you proposed to her in," and I don't think. Well, I think her ex even said something about you don't even remember.
Yeah.
And she acted like she didn't. Like she was just like going through the motions.
I think for me, if something like that had happened, I would have been like, yeah, so what? They have good food. It's a good restaurant. You don't get to say I don't get to come here anymore.
Well, yeah, but
now if it was the same kind of thing to where it's like, okay, I'm proposing to you at this restaurant, and just like you proposed to I proposed to my ex at this restaurant, I'm going to do it the same way and everything. Okay, now you're
creepy.
Now you got issues. Now you're creepy. But if it's
cringy.
Yeah, I'm just going to go eat. Well, they probably have good food. That's why they're going.
We're talking New York, where they probably have a bajillion other restaurants that she could have taken her new girlfriend to. But
And
yeah,
I don't, it wasn't even like it was like a romantic dinner or anything. It was like, we're going to go have lunch. It's like,
right.
big friggin' deal. We're here to have lunch. What do you care if I go to the restaurant where I proposed to you at? What does it matter? Who cares?
Some women can be very petty.
Apparently.
Yeah,
God
jeez.
almighty.
It'd be like someone telling me I couldn't eat Chick-fil-A anymore. I'd be like, not happening.
I'll find a different Chick-fil-A. I'll go to a different one. I'll tell you what, you can have this one and I'll have the other. Or we'll do it like a child custody thing and say, okay, I get Tuesdays and Thursdays, you get Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And
we don't run into each other.
I get Saturdays and we'll alternate Sundays. 50-50 split. No, nobody gets Sundays because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday.
That's right.
All right. I get Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You get Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're good.
I forgot Chick-fil-A for whatever reason was closed on Sundays because when I was going to potentially get lunch on Sunday, they had no line. I was like, great. I was like, all right.
I told you.
Because they're closed.
Even the Chick-fil-A stand at Comic-Con is closed on Sunday. Go figure. Go figure. So, but the lines weren't bad for lunch. I mean, I didn't grab lunch until like almost 2:00, but still.
Yeah, I ended up just not eating Sunday until McDonald's.
So, anyway, I dropped them at a McDonald's in downtown.
Yeah, this wasn't at the convention. Sorry.
No room service.
And McDonald's is cheaper.
Oh,
They
had checked out of the hotel at this point. This was Sunday afternoon.
We had an 11 a.m. checkout. So.
I was gonna say when we were at Indy Comic-Con, we went to lunch. Of course, it's downtown Indy, so there's all kinds of restaurants within walking distance. So I don't even know the name of the place. I don't think it was any kind of. No, it wasn't any kind of franchise or fast food. It was a nice, cute little restaurant, like a little pub, maybe bar and grill type thing. It was good, and like I said, it was probably.
I can't get into pubs just yet.
It was probably a block or two from the convention center, but there's all kinds of little places to eat and whatnot there.
I was afraid of running into homeless people, so I was like, I'm just gonna stay in the convention center.
I was with my kids, so I didn't have to worry about that.
There you go. Not gonna walk around with my big expensive lightsaber in downtown Dallas.
That's why I was there.
That's right. I had Han Solo with me on Sunday, so I kind of had security.
So, oh, but anyway, so Jessica goes off on the people for trying to unalive her because she was
ripping shit off of the wall.
She throwing it at him.
That lady was dumb.
But anyway, that was it for this episode. There wasn't a whole lot to this episode. Again,
we talk about the radio interview at all? I mean, it wasn't.
Oh, where she apologized?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not a whole lot going on there, but
it was
I mean, you can tell she wasn't really sincere.
Yeah.
With her apology, because Jessica's standing right off to the side, like, say the right thing.
You will do this. You will like it.
What, Mom? I'm supposed to say the right thing? All right. Okay.
So, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to this episode. It was kind of mid for me.
Mm-hmm.
Next week on IMDb, the episode is one of the top-rated episodes. So,
what's it called?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. I just was curious. I thought you looked it up. You must know the name of the episode.
No, I was actually I just looked up the titles when I was looking up the titles when I was doing the title card for the show tonight. So that's the only reason I saw that it was a top-rated episode.
So, of course, the name of this episode is 99 Friends. And she made mention that there's 99 other gifted, enhanced people there in New York. And I'm trying to think, who? 99?
It may have just been a number she pulled out of her butt.
Oh, because I
I
was
got
like,
99 problems and the girl ain't one.
okay. Because I was like, well, I could probably name off a few, but I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was odd.
Was I trying to think. She kind of threatened her with that, with the 99 friends. I know 99 other enhanced individuals, and I'll let them all know that you're looking for them. You're looking for them, and basically she threatened them. She goes, "They're not going to be happy with you." Yada yada yada. Everything's hunky dory, and but I also was I kept thinking when she was talking to this lady. I know 99. I've got 99 friends. All I'm thinking about is Andor at this point. With the
I have friends everywhere.
I have friends everywhere. It's like Andor ripped off Jessica Jones. How do you like that?
There's probably some Facebook group out there that has someone that has said that.
Oh, well,
cheap writing, you know.
It was lazy. Lazy writing.
Lies.
Deception.
And now you're here, Jen. It's a trap. Oh,
you have no idea where I am.
Oh yeah. So many great jokes.
I noticed your guy too that's been doing the Fisk impression.
Alex, voice guy.
Oh, Alex, the voice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's also been doing a few of Forrest Whitaker doing that too.
Yeah.
Saul Guerrero.
He has the vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner hose.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, I think he's done quite a few from Andor.
He has.
Well, and it's I don't know if that's his girlfriend or his wife or whoever else, but even she's, she did doing one where Fisk. She was Fisk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you keep calling me Vanessa?
Because he did every episode of Andor, and he's like all the characters, like Zero.
It was great. He's really good.
I like. Did you see, Debbie, that video I shared of Deidre and Cyril, like the sitcom intro?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
So. Anyway, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Top-rated episode, season 1, episode 5. The sandwich saved me. Despite Jessica's
I've said that before.
Despite Jessica's objections, Trisha's new friend Simpson gets involved in the hunt for Kilgrave. Jessica recalls a pivotal moment in her life.
Yeah, it's just the car accident that made her an orphan. Probably. How she got her powers. Probably.
It's possible. We're getting. I don't know. That's possible. I don't recall. But, we don't really know a whole lot other than she was involved in Luke Cage's wife's death with the bus accident and everything. But we don't really know exactly what she did when she was under Kilgrave's influence. And I'm sure she remembers all of that. And you'll get flashes of it from time to time. It'll flash to something, but it's not enough to sit there and say, "Oh my gosh, what is she doing?" It's just kind of a blink and you'll miss it kind of flash. So
kind of like Bucky when Tony asked him, "Do you even remember my parents?" I remember all of them.
Yeah.
That was probably the same situation with her.
Yeah. So, do you even remember them? Again, plot hole. Why are they out on the middle of this empty, deserted road? And why does there happen to be a camera out there filming the whole thing?
Security camera.
In the middle of a deserted road. All right.
Oh, that's true.
I'll buy that.
It's New York CCTV.
In 1970 something? Come on, Debbie. Come on.
Oh, wait. What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Civil War.
Yeah. Bucky killing Tony's parents.
See, you flipped the script on me, and I was like, what? It's New York.
I wasn't alive in the 70s. I don't know what it was like.
Actually, it would have been post 70s because Tony was born in the 70s, so probably like late 80s, early 90s.
Well, it looked like, I don't know, there was like a street light, but it was kind of back off the street, so, or no, maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Maybe that's
it looked like it was a little
down in New York.
It looked like it was a little, not a parking lot, but it looked like you could have turned in there with your car because it was gravel and everything. So I'm like, who knows? It's Hydra. Maybe they invented drones back then. Hydra.
Maybe.
Of course, he shot it out, but
it's true.
I watched Brave New World today just because.
I watched it yesterday.
Oh, I was at the convention yesterday. I couldn't watch anything, but I was sitting up building Legos yet today, so I was like, I'm gonna watch this.
I still enjoyed it.
So, still a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else in this episode?
I think that's it.
Awesome. Shameless plugs. What do we got tonight?
Tomorrow night on the Sith Dominion. I think they're just doing Star Wars vibes, and some special guest. I have no idea who because Dana wouldn't say, so I don't know who it is.
I think it's DJ Elliott. I know he's mentioned getting him on.
Oh, is it?
But I don't know.
No idea. Wednesday, there is a War of the Stars scheduled to go up. Thursday, we'll be back with episode 1, season 1 of Clone Wars.
Ambush.
Friday, I don't know if I have a Star Trek Friday or not. Over on the Geek and I podcast.
We missed you, John.
Possibly.
We missed you.
He might be tired from his 2-week vacation.
I think David might be jealous about all of our stuff going on.
Saturday, we have Geek Gauntlet. And then we'll be back Monday with episode 5. Jessica Jones.
Awesome. The Sandwich Sea.
What is with these weird titles?
Well,
they make no sense whatsoever outside of it's something that she says somewhere in the episode.
Yeah. No idea.
It's above my pay grade, so I don't know.
Mine too, evidently.
It's something that's magical and it pops and it helps you remember because you're just like, oh yeah, that had all those weird episode names, like Friends. The one,
yeah, the one with
yeah.
Now those I remember, but of course I've watched it several times too. But
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just random things that she says. Like the previous episode was, it's called Whiskey or whatever, and it's just something that she says in a liquor store.
Well, and this one was, I've got 99 friends.
I
know 99 enhanced.
It's just very, I don't know. I like titles that make sense to me.
So now I'd have to go back and watch because you had episode 1 was Ladies' Night, and episode 2 was Crush Syndrome. And I don't remember her saying that, but whatever.
What? Crush syndrome? Yeah. She said it when she was talking about the doctor. He was talking about the injuries that Kilgrave had.
Ah. All right. Okay. Andrew, you have any shameless plugs?
Yeah, I guess the only thing would be next week on Cam and Focus Weekly. I assume we're discussing the Green Knight because the last 2 Sundays we have not gone live. So
we'll find
as far
out
as I know
on Thursday when Cam is with us.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But that's all I got.
Awesome. I've got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, it's weird not plugging the convention anymore.
Not plugging the convention anymore. Now we get the post convention blues, and it's gonna be like, I want to go back.
But my legs say no.
My legs and my wallet. They both of them say no.
When I was getting my bag checked Sunday morning, I was like, my bag is like my bank account, empty. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think of course we only went the one day, and it's just like, God, it took me a few days just to recover. Of course, I'm a lot older, but I was just like, can't do it like I used to back in the day, because Matt and I went to Star Wars Celebration 2 and 3, and we went all 4 days.
Oh,
wow. Of course, I saw some people had these collapsible stools.
Yeah, I need to find one of those, because I was waiting in line forever for Hayden, and I'm sitting on cement. Just like, then I had to have my son help me up. I'm just like, I'm too old for this shit.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight then. You guys have a great, great rest of your week. I've only got 4 more days left in this week until the weekend. Don't forget that. So
there you
go. Y'all all have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next Monday night right here on MCU Mondays. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon for notifications. We'll see all of y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Shit! Language. No one else is going to deal with the fact that Cap just said language. I know. For gosh sake, watch your language. That's not going away anytime soon. You bet your ass.
Steve, you said a bad language word.
Did you tell everyone?
Out with the platinum bastard.
Steve doesn't like that kind of talk.
You know what, Romanov? Fury, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?